Number two, make sure you got a pen and paper so you can write notes. Number three, communicate in the chat and give us your energy. Energy is everything, guys. So you guys already know my name. I'm Crystal, and I want to share my vision for this year and the years to come. Guys, you know that we are part of one of the best top financial academies in the world. We have over seven income streams, and like, guys, we have so much opportunity. I wanted to tell you guys about Budapest. I'm going to Budapest. I don't know if anybody else is, but I am super excited. It's my first international trip. My intentions going there is meeting people from all around the world, you know? Like once you make those connections, you can fly anywhere and meet up with them. And I heard that like European team move different. Like we are so fortunate to be living in America. We have so many opportunities, but most people take advantage. Like, have you noticed immigrants come to America and they make it, they take advantage of it and they grow. So don't take that for granted. Like there's a lot of people in Europe and South America that are barely just making it through. Some make only $3 a day. And have you noticed like America is number 4 in the academy. I forgot who was number 1, but I know Mexico is second and Japan. Mexico has pesos. They make less money than we do. If they have money to pay for this every month and share it with somebody, then what are we doing, guys? So definitely take advantage. The first thing that I want to talk about is, oh wait, is Arizona too. Is if you guys haven't bought your tickets, we haven't seen you guys in a very long time. It's time to go to Arizona, 9 and 10. Abby got an Airbnb for 3 days. It's great to connect with you guys, learn from each other, and just grow together. You guys already know the feeling. So I want to share something with you guys. I'm going to be vulnerable. Okay, I've been in this company for almost 5 years in August. There's been a lot of up and downs, and I want to share some things that have held me back and that I've decided like, yo, I need to let these bad habits go and these bad people go so I can move on. Like one thing is I used to smoke a lot of weed, guys, and it kind of held me back for a lot of years, and it made me stumble in my disciplines. You know, like once you do one that advice, another one leads, like, is added on. And of course, you know, I believe in God, guys. But you know, like the devil, they don't want you to succeed. And have you noticed, like, once you have a really big life-changing opportunity, something comes up to distract you or a problem or something? That's because he don't want you to grow. He knows you have the power to break your generational curses and change your family's lives. The devil don't want that. So I wanted to share a scripture with you guys.
Come on.
On Psalms 139:14. I'm not sure if I got the right. Yes, 14. Um, it says, I'll read 13 to 16 because they're all connected. It says, oh, yes, you shaped me first inside, then out. You formed me in my mother's womb. I thank you, high God. You're breathtaking. Body and soul. I am marvelously made. You guys are marvelously and perfectly made. I worship in adoration. What a creation. You know me inside and out. You know every bone in my body. You know exactly how I was made, bit by bit, how I was sculpted from nothing into something. Like an open book, you watched me grow from conception to birth. All the stages of my life were spread out before you. The days of my life all prepared before I even lived one day. Guys, we were perfectly and miraculously made. God knew our purpose
Amen.
before we were created in our mother's womb. You have a purpose, guys. Like, don't let the devil settle. He wants you to get distracted. He wants you to break into your bad habits. He wants to get in your mind. And one thing I learned from Tony Robbins is he said, when you are in your mind, you're dead. I realized most of my life I've been all up in my mind. And then I realized, like, once I started showing gratitude and everything, I seen all the blessings around me. Sometimes we magnify our problems and make them seem worse than they are. But as you know, if you look in the clouds, the sky is blue and the clouds keep passing. Those are our problems. Our problems are temporary and they will go away.
That's good. I like that.
So the one thing I really want you guys to write down is your identity. Your identity is the most powerful force in the human personality. A lot of people make resolution goals for the new year and they always fail. You know why they fail? Because they're so focused on the goal and they lose track of who they need to become to achieve that goal. If you want to achieve a goal, you need to think about who do I need to become to achieve it. If you want to become a chairman, what are the skills and the characteristics that you need to have to become a chairman? You need to be disciplined. You need to be consistent. You need to have great communication. Like, remember, guys, in order for you to change lives, you need to change yourself first. Because how are you going to know how to help other people? And I want to share another thing that was the missing puzzle for me last year that made everything click. And it's the 1, 2, 3, 4 system. We hear this so much, but do we really know? There's so many levels of intelligence in learning, but that's for another day. And the first step for the 1, 2, 3 system is plugging into the I Am Academy. You guys know about this when we first got started, how they have the Forex Academy and all that stuff in our I Am Center. The second is going on Go Live, picking your educators, picking 2 or 3 educators that you vibe with and it's easy to learn. Number 3 is community. You need to stick around community. I challenge you guys to show up more in the group chats. Like, we need that energy to stay consistent. Like, the devil wants us to isolate ourselves so that we can just get stuck in darkness, but we need each other. This isn't a competition. We're here to complete each other. What you are having trouble in, maybe one of us already experienced it and we can help each other. I noticed that everybody I come across or my closest people are usually similar to me in some way. We're all on this call for a reason. We're all connected for a reason. So utilize that and give yourself grace. Don't be so hard on yourself. I know, like, I had trouble with perfection too, and if I wasn't doing the right things, I wouldn't show up to the events. But that's what the devil wants you to do. He doesn't want you to rise your vibration. If you showed up to that event, you would come back feeling better than you were before you enter the room. And nobody's perfect, so we love you the way you are. If you're broken, if you're sad right now, just open up so we can make you happy. That's what we're here for. And remember, guys, vulnerability is power. If you want to be a leader, you need to be vulnerable because that's how you connect with other people's hearts. Like everybody's going through hardships, but they always keep it inside. And they need that leader that speaks up and is being humble, open, and transparent. Like, yo, this is the stuff I'm struggling with. And you'll see, like, other people are struggling with that too. You're not alone, but we're here to uplift each other. And I want to say, stop forcing information on people. Like, you always, like, I see people say, oh, I've been working on this guy for a long time. If he ain't working, like, there's a vibration difference. That's why he isn't vibing with you. You need to work and talk to more people. I'm telling you, like, it's not just what you know, but it's the people that you know. Be around people that vibrate higher than you, that challenge you, that tell you the truth so that you can grow and become better. Like we're all going through spiritual warfare inside in our minds, physically, and everything. And I gotta tell you, if you really want to succeed, you need to stick with God. God, the universe, whatever you believe in, you need a higher source. Because when you lean on your understanding, it's not gonna go well. You're gonna struggle a lot. And I'm telling you, God is the God of the impossible. That's why I'm here to be able to talk to you guys today with such conviction. So count your blessings, guys. Your heart is beating, you're breathing, everything is great. Okay, I want to share another scripture. It's 2 Timothy 4:7. Give me a moment, guys. 2 Timothy 4:7. Okay, I'll read 6-8. It says, "You take over. I'm about to die. My life an offering on God's altar. This is the only race worth running. I run hard right to the finish. Believed all the way. All that's left now is the shouting, God's applause. Depend on it. He's an honest judge. He'll do right, not only by me, but by everyone eager for his coming." Guys, you need to run the race because God is cheering for us. Our bodies are just vessels to God, and we are here to do and bring glory to him.
Amen.
And I got a perspective switch the other day because I gotta say money itself doesn't really motivate me. But somebody said, yo, like a lot of people are struggling with financial issues right now and everything. And we have what they need. We have the faith, we have the tools, we have the direction and path to become successful, not just financially, but our mindsets, physically, mentally, spiritually, everything. We need to grow in all areas, you guys. And we have it. So when you share this information, you're going to change people's lives. And the question is like, there are people waiting for you, specifically for you, to do your purpose and share this for information because you're the only one that are able to impact them with your story. We need to get out of our heads. We need to stop being so self-centered and being worried what other people think. It's more than us. If you keep focusing on yourself, how are you going to help your family? How are you going to help the world? And the service to many brings greatness. When you serve, everything else will come to you. The greatest return are the people that are givers, you guys. And you all have a special gift to bring the world. So what I'm gonna finish the call, my thing, but what I want you to do tonight is write down the qualities that it's gonna take for you to achieve your goal. And what's your highest version look like? How do they feel? How do they act? What do they dress like? Because I had a vision a bunch of years ago of how I would be, and I'm actually that person that I am today.
Amen.
So you just need to keep sticking with your vision and just keep growing. Like we're running this race and we're running it together. And there's no competition because God is eternal. We have all this material stuff, but he's going to make sure we finish the race and we're set for life, guys. And when he blesses us, nothing's going to be taken away. Right now, when you work on yourself, you're building a solid foundation so that you're able to lead your team. Lead by example. And once you decide that you're ready to grow your team and you're ready to change your life, God will deliver. He's just waiting for you to take the first step.
Amen.
So that's all I got to say, you guys. I love you guys so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in Arizona because it's done. And let's grow. All glory to God. Oh, I want to bring up the next speaker. Oh, my amazing sister, Abby. I'm super grateful for her because even in the times where I gave up my second year in this company because my mentor gave up on me and I was feeling lost and I said, like, what am I going to do now? and she would message me and she's like, Crystal, how are you and everything. She never gave up. She always stayed connected and she's been loyal and faithful to the end. She's a ride or die. And us growing and everything isn't just for us, it's for her. She's been pouring into us so much with her heart, and it's time to deliver, you guys. You know, Abby wears her heart on her sleeve. She works hard. She's so focused. And if you have trading issues, that's the one to go to because she is winning right now. Let's go, guys. Here's the beautiful Abby.
Oh, Abby, I love you, sis. Come here. Let's go, guys. Let's freaking go. Crystal, I'm so proud of you. I was taking notes over here while you were speaking, and to hear you come on this call with your energy, with your enthusiasm, with your heart, and just sharing your passion and your fire, I think it lit everybody up. And I think why I'm getting so emotional right now is because we have been here. You yourself have been here. I've seen all of you guys on this call. We have been here, and it's just time, man. Like, I know we say that and it can sound cliche sometimes, but like, it really is time to buckle down and to do what we came here to do. Like, God shows up and he's going to do a good work in you. And I believe if you continue to stay faithful and you endure and you persevere, you're going to reap the harvest that you've been sowing. And so I just want to give it back to Crystal real quick. If we can drop some love, drop some fire in the chat for her. I really appreciate you coming on here and just speaking from your heart and letting people know, like, man, like, this is the place to be. Plant your flag. Let's go. Let's show up. Let's get excited about what we actually have access to, and let's dive in. So, Crystal, I appreciate you. I love you, girl, so much. And this is your year. We're going to run it up together, and we're going to hold each other accountable in the process. But a couple of things I just want to highlight that Crystal mentioned. I love what you were saying. I missed the fourth one. Maybe you can drop it in the chat, but you were sharing 4 things that kind of really transformed you over the last year or two. And that was plugging into the academy, getting on the Go Live sessions with your educators. And I got number 3, maybe I missed something in there, but sticking around the community. And she was very direct, which is good, in sharing with you guys what we need to do. Like, there are certain sacrifices that need to be made, certain boundaries that need to be set when it comes to how you do things in your life so that you can be more disciplined and have that level of self-control that the higher version of yourself requires you to have in order to get to the life and the results that you want to see. And Crystal laid it out for you. And I just want to encourage you to not just take these notes, but actually go out and apply them, actually go out and implement the things that you're hearing tonight, and not just on this call, but on every call that you're on, every experience, every event, every Go Live session, like actually showing up with an expectation. And really quickly, this wasn't in my notes, but I do want to say it to you guys. We had a service this past weekend at church, and our pastor had talked about, do you show up to church with an expectant heart for God to show up in your world and in that moment? And I want to just kind of maybe submit that to you on this call tonight, and not just maybe when you show up to church, but when you show up onto Go Live. I promise, if you show up with an expectant heart, that heart posture, that attitude of like, I'm going to gain something from what I'm doing, from why I'm showing up here in the first place, I promise you're going to be more attentive. You're going to be more focused. You're going to be more locked in. You're going to be more disciplined in the work that you're doing. And so I appreciate y'all in the chat. You guys are fired up. You guys are firing me up. I'm so excited. Just a couple things really quickly. We're not going to drag out this call too much more. But I do want to hit on a few things just to give you some perspective going into this next month of February, going into the second half of the first quarter, and really just kind of painting a vision going into the event in April. I encourage you, I implore you to get to this regional in April. I'm so excited for Crystal to be in Budapest and bring that energy back to us in AZ, and for you guys to experience a new event that's coming up. And I know that we all know this, but we don't know it until we actually act on it. Getting into new environments, getting into new rooms and new spaces, there's a reason why that's so important and why they talk about it. It's because you literally shock your belief system when you put yourself in a new environment. Like there is a reason that, you know, motion drives emotion. And that's why they always say, you know, we want to move, we want to get out of our, you know, get out of our current maybe like funk that we're in or whatever it may be. You need to put yourself, like literally physically put yourself in a new environment. So if you haven't already, check the chat, get your ticket. It's gonna be in April. We've got a group chat already made. You can add yourself in there. We already are getting an Airbnb together so everyone can have a place to stay. It's not going to be super crazy. You're going to find all the details in there. So that's number one. Number two is starting next week, we have a brand new call schedule going off. Myself, Serena, if you guys know who Jason Gonzalez is, we have put together a call schedule. Mike Sotero is going to kind of filter in throughout the month. But the coolest part is, if for those of you that want to step up in your leadership and you want to share your testimonies that you guys have been experiencing, and being the reason that other people learn this skill set, you're gonna have the opportunity to step up, because we're kind of painting the road here for these calls. So be on the lookout for next week. We're gonna have 3 calls a week. It's gonna be really cool. The experience level for people, not just you guys, but new people, are gonna be amazing. And then I wanted to touch on really quickly, guys, some things that I think will help you with your perspective. Let me ask you guys in the chat, okay? I have been experiencing just like insane, and when I say insane, I'm not even talking about dollar amount. I am talking about the consistency level of my personal results, and then the results that I've been having in conversations with some of you guys on this call right now, and some of you guys that are not even on this call at the moment. Just from plugging in, I know you guys said in the beginning, but please type in the chat, who are you watching right now on Go Live? What is the tool? What is the strategy? What are you guys leveraging right now inside of the academy? I listen to, Patrick Kenny. I have been listening. So I listened to Patrick Kenny this morning. If you want to literally like just flip out of your seat, and like, if you feel like your belief level is low, if you feel discouraged or doubtful or in fear, I need you to get on Go Live. I need you to get on somebody's session. I was watching Patrick Kenny for the first time in a really long time, and I almost flipped out of my chair. I could not sit down. I was standing up almost the entire time while I was watching him. And one of the things, I'm just going to say this, one of the things that startled me was the fact that he was like, 8.4 million people have more than one job right now. And why that bothered me so much is because the reason why people are working additional jobs right now is not because it's not to experience new freedoms of this life. It's not to travel and get on track to building wealth and getting their finances in order. The reason why people have multiple jobs is not because of those things. It's because they're just needing to get by. They're just in survival mode. They're just trying to make ends meet. And that's the part that like concerns me and frustrates me internally, like to my core, like why I show up here and do the things that I do, because I know what it feels like to be on the other end of that and like absolutely need to make rent, absolutely need to pay my student loan debt. Like, guys, I graduated from college in $120,000 student loan debt, and I was making $1,300 a month. I don't know how I was able to afford my payment, but I knew, and I get it. You have to do what you got to do at the end of the day. You gotta make ends meet. I get it. I respect the hustle. I respect the grind, but I couldn't submit myself to working another job. I knew that because I would be trapped there. That would be my limit. I had to find another way to make money. I couldn't just settle. I couldn't just leave myself in my comfort zone, because what happens is we meet a certain threshold in our life and then we go back to what's comfortable. We go back to what's familiar. And I think a great point that Crystal made is the devil wants you isolated. The devil wants you in your head. The enemy wants you to feel discouraged and defeated. And the more that we show up, the more that you plug in, the more you do things that you don't want to do when it's inconvenient, when it's uncomfortable, that like you have, like, that's your breaking point. That could be your breaking point, or that could be your breakthrough point. And I want to continue to encourage you guys to show up, get on these sessions. I'm literally experiencing life change when I get on these Go Live sessions. Every time I get on Go Social, how many of you guys type in the chat are using Go Social? Oh my goodness. There are setups dropping every single day for you guys to get into these trades. How many of you guys have a tool that you are leveraging on a day-to-day basis? I don't know about you guys. I could share my screen right now. I am in a swipe point trade from Nick Gomez, and it's already hit take profit 1. If you got into the last 4 trades now, they have all hit over exit 1. The last 3 trades have all hit the exit 2, exit 3. There is no, You are the reason why, and I'm fired up because I'm experiencing these results and I'm still having conversations with people that are not. And it's not because you can, it's because you're not, you're choosing not to. You're choosing not to show up. You're choosing not to. I'm trying to keep my cool here, guys. I want to express this to you because you do have the opportunity to see progress and see results in your life. You have to get out of your own way. You have to get out of your own way. And I believe that there is a direct correlation to the frequency that you plug in that determines your level of belief about yourself and the success that you go on to create here. Okay. Mike Navarrete talked about this. He said, clarity gives you confidence, and your confidence will lead to conviction. When you are clear on what you're doing, right? A confused vine does nothing. But when you are clear, you move with focus. You move with discipline. You're clear on the actions that you must take. And that clarity builds your belief that you're working toward, that what you're actually working towards is possible. Your confidence rises as a result. You walk different. You move different. You move with ease. You move with enthusiasm. You do better because you know better. And as you stack on those daily wins, as you build your personal momentum on a day-to-day basis, not in 90 days, right now, today, tomorrow morning, when you wake up, your alarm goes off at 5 a.m., you don't click snooze, you get up. That is one win. That's how you stack wins. That's personal momentum. That's how you build your confidence. With every win that you stack, with every commitment that you keep, you realize your results are just a reflection of how you view yourself. How you view yourself right now is determining the results that you're experiencing in your life. It's determining the actions that you're taking. Okay. Your faith, you maybe recognize your faith has been in the wrong place this whole time. You recognize your faith has been in the wrong places before, but now you do better now because you know better. You no longer believe because of just a vision, because of what you've heard. You're convicted because of what you've been experiencing. Those wins you've been stacking. You have so much proof. You have so much evidence. You have so much data that you've been just collecting. It's undeniable. It's unshakable, your belief, because of what have you committed to something for 90 days consistently? When was the last time you committed to something for 90 days consistently? I want you to really reflect on that question, because I believe your life can change if you actually consistently show up and take the swipe win trades and don't over leverage, using proper risk management. Don't hang on to that trade just because you think it can go farther. Actually taking profit, actually putting a stop loss in, moving it to stop profit. I took Chris Derrick at the event on Saturday, was going over the harmonic scanner. And I'm not telling you to go do 10 different strategies. I want you to find one thing and go all in with it. But I love to test out new things. I have my strategy, but I love to test out new things on one of my accounts. And I literally, the first trade that I found on the harmonic scanner was USD-JPY, a setup that I was already looking at. The harmonic scanner already confirmed it. And I posted it in the chat the other day, but it was a 1-to-7. It was a 1-to-7 risk to reward. And it did take profit, like literally in 24 hours. I was like, I could literally be done for this week. I don't know. I think at the end of the day, you have to have a plan. You have to follow your plan. You have to plug in, and you have to be around the community. And I think as Crystal was saying, we'll kind of wrap up this call here. As Crystal was saying, you have to position yourself in a place where you get uncomfortable. You get outside your comfort zone. You can be held accountable. I believe at the end of the day, there's no accountability until you have self-accountability. And until you can hold yourself accountable, nobody else is going to save you. Nobody else is coming to pull you out of the ditch. I mean, we're here as a community, and you're going to see me in the chat every single day, sharing with you my wins, my results, my progress, and even some challenges. I'm going to share with you guys the things that I'm being challenged by. You're going to see me in there every day. You're going to be seeing Crystal in there every day. You're going to be seeing some of the team in there every single day. I want to challenge you to show up in there throughout the week. Share the things that you're making progress on. Share the things that you're being challenged by, so we can, rising tides raise all ships, so that we can rise together. I promise you, your income, your impact will be a direct reflection of your belief about yourself. If you want to check yourself, check your energy, check your belief. Anytime doubt creeps in, I let myself become, and I allow myself to become discouraged or feel defeated. I want you to think about, when was the last time you plugged in? I want you to immerse yourself in what we have here. Okay, get into a new environment, get into a new setting. I believe you haven't seen change because you physically have not seen any change. You haven't seen any change in your life because you physically have not seen change. You have to put yourself in new environments. So This is why Arizona is so important. We have the link in the group chat. Get your ticket. Get in the group chat. We're going to raise each other this year. We're going to be holding each other accountable. I believe 2024 is not only the year of transformation, but in order to actually get that, you have to hold yourself accountable. You have to show up in uncomfortable situations. You have to show up when it's inconvenient. You have to do things that you don't want to do. And you have to commit to your commitment. So I just want to say I have 3 giveaways that I'm going to be personally doing for the month of February going into convention. Y'all ready? I hope y'all ready. I'm excited. Okay. I will screenshot these in the chat because honestly, this is going to put me on edge because I'm at work. I'm getting ready to go to work. I've been working. We are gone. We are gone. Okay. So get ready. All right. First 3 people. Some of you guys already qualified for this. So let's go. First 3 people, okay, who live outside of Arizona. Don't worry. Everybody's going to get covered with this. But just for this one, the first 3 people who live outside of AZ to purchase their ticket, I will completely cover your Airbnb stay when you get here. First 3 people. So I know, shout out my cousin Jake. He already got his ticket. Let's go. He's flying in. Already bought his flight too. Let's go. So, bro, I got your Airbnb stay covered. You're number 1. Shout out to Jacques. I know he's out here in AZ, but he did get his ticket today. So super proud of you, bro. I know you're not on the call, but you're gonna watch the replay. So 2 more people. You live outside of Arizona. You get your ticket. I got your Airbnb. Okay. Next giveaway. First 3 people. This is for the month of February. First 3 people to help 2 people. That's it. First 3 people to help 2 people get started in the month of February. I will cover your Airbnb stay. That was crazy. Okay, and then last one is, you guys know about the 50% promo that they're doing. And again, like this all makes sense when you plug in. I am only this fired up because I literally continue to plug in and see my own results. And like it's like when you have your first encounter with Jesus Christ. You cannot not tell people about it. I tell everybody about it. If you go and watch my stories every day, I'm talking about it. I tell it to everybody. This, like, when you have your own experience, it's hard to like not shut up about it. Okay. So they're doing a promo right now. It's a 50%. Basically, if you go platinum 600 and above. So if you don't want to build, it's okay. I understand. I want you to plug in. I want you to see results in the platform. I want you to go out and hit your goals. I want you to get your 5 Ethereum. I want you to get accumulated. I want you to accumulate and get your 1 Bitcoin, your 2 Bitcoin, whatever it may be. I want you to grow your portfolio to multiple 5, 6, 7 figures. I want you to build a trading account to $5, $10, $20,000 this year. Okay. I want you to have those results inside of trading. And you're going to do that when you plug in. You're going to do that when you show up. You're going to do that when you ask questions, when you get hungry and curious and you have that sense of urgency and fire about yourself, and you take yourself seriously this year and you discipline yourself. Okay. For those of you that want to be the reason that people learn this skill set, for those of you on this call that see the vision beyond just creating an income for yourself, you want to make an impact. You want to leverage residual income in your life. The first 3 people to go platinum 600 from now until the April event. Okay. I will personally, that's like over 2 months. I will personally send you 50% of the monthly residual. Now, here's the thing. Matt Rosa is doing the same thing. His deadline is, I think, like March 15th. So if anybody hits platinum 600 by March 15th, he's going to send you an additional 50% of whatever that residual income is. So you're going to have the $600 for the residual income for the month. He's going to send you $300 extra. I'm going to also send you an additional $300. So basically, if you hit platinum 600 by the April event, you're basically going to make like $1,200. Okay. For the month. You guys get the math. So I'm excited. I believe somebody in here is going to do it. I believe 3+ more people can do it. I believe all these giveaways can be snatched up. We got to go out and work. We got to go out and do this. There's no reason why people, I believe everybody needs this. They're working harder, not smarter. They don't understand that money needs to be multiplied. Money needs to be put to work, and you can't trade your time forever to create income if you actually want to enjoy the freedoms of this life and be able to. I believe at the end of the day, income and money is meant to be put back into God's kingdom. I believe it's meant to contribute to a higher calling than just our selfish desires at the end of the day. But that is the call, guys. I'm feeling really fired up. We've got our AZ meetup out here with the ladies. So we're gonna head out of here. I hope that this has inspired you. I hope that this gave you perspective. I hope this renewed your mindset, maybe even renewed your heart to get back in there, get back in the fire, get back in the trenches, do the things that you got to do, or maybe you've been doing them, and this is just gonna continue to guide you on the path that you've been on, and continue to stay consistent. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. Again, shout out Crystal for opening up this call and pouring into you guys as well. I love our team. I love our family. I love you guys, each and every one of you, like super special place in my heart. I will go to the ends of the earth to see you guys win, and reach out anytime. My inbox is always open. So, all right, I'm gonna let you go. Endings are always kind of long, but I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.